Hi everyone, welcome to Amy Learns to Cook. On the show today, we're going to do a product test and review of the Shamrock Stand Mixer. Now, I've had some people asking about this mixer. It's sort of a little mystery, but we have one in the kitchen today and we are going to play around with it. So join me as we do a product test and review of the Shamrock Stand Mixer. We recently did an unboxing of this mixer, and if you saw that, you would know that this mixer has been sitting on Amazon tempting us. I've got a lot of comments about if I've used the Shamrock, and I haven't, so we're going to have an opportunity to make that happen. A lot of people have been wondering about this mixer. It sort of appeared on Amazon. There's not a lot about it yet. There's a few reviews, but everybody wants to know about it. So I just want to take this opportunity to thank Shamrock for sending me this mixer, allowing us to check it out, play with its features, and get to know it a little bit. So we are going to judge this mixer on the same categories we have for every other stand mixer we have tested. We're going to look at the overall look and feel. We are going to whip some cream with the whip. We are going to use the paddle and make some cookies. And we are going to use the bread dough, the dough hook, and make some bread dough. So I'm looking forward to testing this out. So let's get to it. The overall look and feel. I really like this mixer. It is all metal housing. It is 6 quart, 700 watts. It has 10 speeds. It comes with your 6 quart bowl and a pouring shield. It is a tilt head mixer. Okay. It has your standard paddles. And it goes on just like any other planetary mixer. It has your whip and your dough hook. And I really like these. They're really nice, nice attachments. So this is, like I said, a 10-speed mixer. It does have a hub up here. They do have a couple of attachments on here. I saw that there's a meat grinder. Not sure if there's plans for things in the future, but that one is out there so far, so it does have a hub. So let's fire this up real quick and just give it a little test here. It has a slow start. Of rocking. It is a little on the loud side, but I do like it. It comes in white, black, silver, and red, which is kind of like a really rich maroon color. Shamrock sent me a white one, obviously, and I actually really like the look out of it. I like the shape of it. I like that it is a 6 quart. It is 700 watts. And I really want to get moving and seeing how this thing works. So the overall look and feel, I give it an A. Okay, let's whip some cream. And I got the whip attachment here. We're going to go ahead and put that on. I'm going to lower the mixer head. And I have a pint of whipping cream, heavy whipping cream. Woo! And let's rock it. favorite soft peak, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some powdered sugar and a little bit of vanilla, and we're gonna finish it off. Ooh. We have whipped cream. Yay. I give it an A. Next up, the paddle attachment. We're gonna make some cookies. Peanut butter cookies to be exact. So, mixer head down. I got a cup of butter in there. We're gonna cream this bad boy. Got a little mix on that. So we're gonna go ahead and put our PB in here, also known as peanut butter. Peanut butter is a little on the sticky side. We're gonna put some sugar in here, white sugar, and a little brown sugar. Pop. And let's rock and roll. We're gonna cream this for about 3 minutes. And I'm just gonna scrape this down a little bit. This doesn't come with the scraper paddle, so you just have to do a little scraping. We can lower that back down. We're gonna put in a couple eggs. Eggs. And I have some flour here. I'm just gonna put some baking powder, baking soda, and a little bit of salt. You can sift this, but I'm just gonna whisk it. Whisk sift. And then we're gonna go ahead and turn this bad boy on. Just a little wobbling, but not too much. Not what I typically see on tilt head mixers. Let me scrape this a little bit. And our dough is done. So let me take a look at this real quick. One of the things I can say is there wasn't an unusual amount of bobbing around on the head of the mixer. I like that about it. It's thoroughly combined. Dough looks really nice. I mean, the only drawback is just it's slightly a little noisy than some other mixers, but I think it did a really good job. It seems to have the power to handle it, and I think it was really good, so I give it an A. So it's time to make some bread dough, and I have the mixer equipped with the dough hook. I'm going to put our water in. I'm going to put our yeast in. And we're going to put our honey in. We want this yeast to have a good old time with that. I'm going to lower this down and just give it a quick stir. And I'm going to put in some butter. Woo. That makes it good, right? And we're going to gradually add our flour. We're going to put about half of it in, then we're going to put the salt in. Jumping on the head, typical of a tilt head mixer. Bouncing on the head, as all tilt head mixers do. Let me get this out and get it on the board and we'll see what we have. So I have the dough out here. This is a pretty stiff dough. The mixer worked a little bit on the mixer head, but pretty much in line with most tilt heads. I would say the mixing action, I don't think that it developed the gluten quite like I've seen in some other mixers. It did an okay job, but I'm still gonna have to knead this out on the board a little bit to really get the window pane that I was looking for. I don't know the reason for that, so I'm just gonna give it a B. Okay, so my thoughts on the Shamrock. I think the overall look and feel of the mixer is great. I really like sort of the shape of it. I think the fact that you're getting a 700-watt mixer, 6 quart at under $200 price range. I think it's around the $175. Don't quote me on that. It's a good price for a metal mixer. And it comes with the pouring shield, which is an added bonus. So I gave it an A on the overall look and feel. The whipped cream, it did a great job. Couldn't have asked for too much better. Eric really enjoyed it, so gets an A on that. The paddle with the cookies, it did a good job. You don't have a scraper paddle, but I just scraped it a few times and it was fine. It did a great job mixing. There was nothing left over at the bottom, so I gave it an A with that. The only trouble area to me is making bread dough. I don't think the dough hook, while it does a pretty good job, I don't think it's totally effective at giving me that nice smooth dough ball that I want. Sometimes it's just the action of the dough hook, the shape of it. I'm not exactly sure what it is. I'm going to play around with this mixer some more to see what kind of results I get. But this recipe we've used on a lot of different mixers, and I do get a nice soft, really smooth dough ball with a lot of it. I let the mixer run quite a while with it, and I really would have had to take it out to the board and finish off that kneading. So I gave it a B for that. If you are only occasionally making bread dough, it probably isn't that big a deal. So my opinion overall of the Shamrock. It's a good little mixer. It's nicely priced. You get a lot of things with this that you don't get with other mixers. You get a metal housing, you get 700 watts, you get a 6-quart mixer. And if you're going to use it basic every day, it's a good mixer for that. I would say if you want to get into heavy bread doughs and stuff, you might want to use this one for more light duty. And when you decide to move into like larger bread making and heavier doughs, you know, you might want to think about investing in something like the Ank or something like that. But that is true with any mixer. All the mixers that we've tested have not been production dough kind of mixers. You would not put heavy doughs in any of these kind of planetary mixers. If you're going to do it day in and day out, you can, but a lot of people ultimately have problems with them. So for that kind of mixing, you're really going to want to move into a different kind of mixer. But, you know, for everyday kind of stuff, if you want to make cookies for your kids, if you want to make, you know, mashed potatoes, if you want to make all that fun stuff that we love to do, this mixer is a nice price. It's a nice looking mixer, and, you know, you can't go wrong with that. So I just want once again to thank Shamrock for sending me this mixer. I'm going to test it out some more, going to use it on some more recipes, so you will see it in the future. I really appreciate it. The mystery has been solved about the Shamrock. We have been able to use it, and it's a good little mixer. If you like this video, please subscribe below and give me a comment and a like, and visit my website at amylearnstocook.com. I'm also on Twitter and Pinterest at Amy Learns to Cook. Okay, let's do some cream. Let's do some cream. What's up with that shirt?
The whipped cream should be determined to be whipped cream before it's time. It's time!
Pig. I got a couple, but it's time for some bread dough. So I have the mixer equipped with the paddle attachment.
You said the paddle attachment. It's a dough hook.
Oh.